Hi Capricorn, welcome to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is going to be for the full moon on October 31st and taking us through the next new moon on November 14th. So you can look for these energies to play out for about the next 2 weeks or so. Please do keep in mind these are general readings, so they may not resonate for everyone. If they do, thank you so much in advance for all your support with those likes, shares, and subscribes. I appreciate all you guys. We're going to be doing a Celtic cross spread today, which is going to take a look at your current situation, your near future. We'll get you some advice, and then we'll take a peek around the corner, so to speak, down the line into your eventual outcome of the situation. Then we'll pull some clarification and close you out with some oracle cards. All right. We are going to be talking about your mission. There's something that you are building right now, something that you are working on, and it's something tangible. I feel like it's something that you're making or building. For some of you, it may not be. It may be just an action that you're taking that's like metaphorically building something, like building your future. But I think for most of you, you're actually creating something. Let's see what your blockage is. What is the challenge that my Capricorns are facing? The King of Needles in reverse. Okay, so we're using the Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck today. This is the equivalent of the King. Pardon me. This is the King of Needles, equivalent of the King of Swords. King of Swords in reverse makes decisions rashly, makes usually the wrong decisions. Like thinking that they know enough, thinking that they have enough wisdom, enough knowledge, and rushing to judgment. I have a feeling like this is someone else influencing your situation. Someone who has, it could be a boss, or someone that has the deciding power over this thing that you're trying to build. Yeah, okay, what it feels like so far is that you have the know-how of how to practically put this thing together, but there's someone else involved that doesn't have the practical know-how, but they're the one making decisions. So it's a little bit like, it's frustrating you. It's frustrating maybe the results. Not too badly, because the Knight is in the upright, so you are moving forward, slow and steady toward your goal. Nevertheless, kind of what's looming over the situation is this person that doesn't really understand the practicality, the tangible aspects of this, and yet is insisting on making decisions that influence it. In your focus, we have the Four of Presents, Four of Pentacles. So you're wanting to keep things steady, keep things stable, kind of hold on to the stability that exists here. You're not wanting to take on any more at this point. It feels like you have your hands full, and you're saying, no, I can't handle more than this right now. This is my maximum workload. Let's see the recent past. What led up to this current state of affairs? The Nine of Wands. Feeling like you're run down, you've seen a lot of hardship in this effort, but something brought you to the point of having to decide, do I see this through or have I had enough? And you decided, no, I'm not giving up. I'm going to see this through. The energy of the environment around you we have a few. I'm going to take it as a combo message. We have the Ace of Cups, Ace of Potions in reverse that came out kind of separately. So on the one hand, there's this there's an emotional connection to what this project is. It holds some really deep meaning. It's like a passion project. And I feel like that's the disconnect between this Knight and King energy, the one who's hands-on with the work, and then the one who is just overseeing. And then the other three I feel like is a combo. We have the Devil in reverse, the Three of Wands, and the Five of Wands in reverse. This is not wanting to let anything hold the situation back, awaiting, like wanting the plan to move forward. It's like, stick to the plan. That's what it feels like. Let's stick to the plan. Nothing can hold this back. I don't want this to become, what's the word I'm looking for? Troublesome? Like, I don't want this to get out of hand. I don't want it to spiral out of control. That's what I was looking for. So, like, on the one hand, pulling in one direction is, I want to remain true to my vision because it's really important to me. Like, I was inspired to create things a certain way. And I feel like this energy is like willing to make changes because the core to this side of things is the emotional side, is the what it means on a deeper level. The essence of like the purpose behind it, the reason this whole thing came into being and what it represents on an emotional level. And then this energy is kind of at odds with that, saying, stick to the plan. Like any shifts or changes or rewrites to the plan at this point is only going to create upheaval, and that combo energy doesn't want things to like keep the train on the tracks at all costs. It's like the energy of like efficiency or bureaucracy, like things are already in motion, we can't stop it now. Let's see the near future. What is coming up next? We have the Page of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. Someone's going to be humbled when met with, like, in order to you know, it's not even like a reaction to chaos. It's like the recognition that things are becoming, getting out of hand mentally. And so someone, maybe you, maybe someone else you're involved with in this effort, someone is going to take a humbler approach. someone's going to soften their stance and be willing to listen, be willing to learn from the others and say, all right, maybe there's something, like, let me hear you out. I can sense that this is kind of getting out of control. It could be that this person who is making the decisions and doesn't have like the same emotional connection recognizes that you are keeping like a lid on how much this is bothering you. And so they shift their energy a bit with you and they say, okay, listen, let me hear you out. Explain to me why you feel this way. Let me consider, let me learn. Let me let you take the lead a little bit here. Let's get you some advice. What is the advice for my Capricorns? How can they best deal with this situation? Don't rush to judgment. We have the Two of Swords in reverse. Make sure that when you need to decide anything, you have all of the information. You're really in touch with reality. Like, don't make any knee-jerk assumptions. Don't, if you don't have to decide on things, then don't. Something is going to come in and affect the situation that you don't see coming. It's going to take you by surprise. What is it? What is going to surprise our Capricorns? Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Rest of the zodiac is jealous of you this time. Things are going to be okay for you. This is going to work out in your favor. Way better than you anticipated. Beyond that, the universe sees what's right for you and is bringing it right to you. This is everything that you deserve coming your way. That's awesome. Your hopes and fears surrounding this situation. I find it empowering to know that Spirit has has an awareness of your insecurities or fears, what you're hopeful for. We have the Hierophant. Okay. This feels like, and this is really at odds with what I know of a typical Capricorn personality, but what I'm sensing here is that your concern is the establishment. Your concern is the being under the scrutiny of someone who has the ultimate authority over you. What am I talking about? That's, of course, that fits you. I mean, you're accustomed to being able to be in control. Like, you want to have it all together. You're in touch, you're grounded, you're knowledgeable, like, you know how to run things. It could be that you're concerned of your own authority. Like, you could be a little overwhelmed and on some level feel a little bit out of your depth, a little bit like you've taken on a lot, because you are focused on the Four of Pentacles. That's, clinging to what you have going on and saying, I can't handle any more. So this could go one of two ways. It's authority, it's the status quo, it's momentum, it's the way things should be. You really want things to be the way they should be. If you're the one in the power position, then you're really hopeful that you'll be able to pull it off, but you're a little bit concerned that you won't. And if you're not the one in authority, then that's making you uncomfortable. You're concerned that you won't be able to stand up to the scrutiny of whomever is in this position of power over you. All right, lastly, we will pull your eventual outcome. Keep in mind that energies in the future are still in the potential, so this is changeable. Let's see. What's the most likely outcome? We have the Page of Swords in reverse. Usually this is someone poking their nose in where they don't belong. But that doesn't make any sense as the outcome to this situation. Coupled with the Lovers. Page of Needles, Page of Swords in reverse, coupled with the Lovers. We'll see what comes out in the clarifiers. The Page seeks knowledge, seeks clarity. But in the reverse, they're not seeking clarity. Either because they don't need it, or because they don't care. It's also the Messenger. So it could be a message that doesn't come in, or it could be bad news. Page of Swords in reverse can be bad news. But then we have the Lovers, so this is happy ending. This is both parties involved. It's a win-win. It's like everyone's happy. I'm going to wait and see what comes out in the clarifiers, because that's confusing me a little bit. Let's see this Knight of Potions. Why is the... Ooh. Curiouser and curiouser. We have the Devil in reverse and the Emperor, clarifying the Knight of Cups. Okay. It caught me off guard for a second, but then I remembered. This can be you. It's the Capricorn card. So there's someone powerful, someone who feels like they should be the boss, overshadowing you. Whether this is in and of yourself, like because there's this King of Swords energy acting as the obstacle for you right now, that could be the person, like you see yourself as the real authority on the subject, and yet your power is being overshadowed. And because of that, it's kind of, it's like muddying the waters for you, where you can't put out a pure effort. It's like souring your mood. It's affecting your work, like your output. Oh, wrong deck. Let's clarify this King of Swords. The Star. This is a weird reading, you guys. So this isn't a bad guy. This King of Swords, King of Needles energy. This is someone who sees the bigger picture, who is really dialed into the potential of the situation and definitely sees your potential. Sees you as a star. Sees like your star quality. Interesting. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean they're making the right decisions, or that, you know, they're someone who's easy to work with. Okay. Tell me more about this Four of Pentacles. Why is the Four of Pentacles your focus? Five of Cups in reverse. So you're really trying to stay positive here. Not everything has gone your way, and you've taken some hits emotionally on this path. So right now you're really standing your ground. You're kind of digging in. You have a sense of stability on what you can handle, and the reason why you have this stance right now is because you're wanting to make the best of the situation. You've had some losses, but there's still a lot going for you here. And it feels like you are the one advocating for, like, there's still something great here. We can still do this. Just don't overwhelm me. Like, let me do things the way I know how to do them. Clarifying this energy in your recent past of the Nine of Wands in reverse. Sorry, the Nine of Wands. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. This is not letting it defeat you mentally. That moment that I mentioned of that deciding moment of, okay, am I going to throw in the towel, or am I going to see this through all the way to the end? That was when it was like, you're sure, no, I'm mentally tough. I've got this. This is not going to beat me. It's like, it's the physical, like, motivation, like the physical action and the motivation is difficult. However, your mental toughness is bar none. You're like determined to get this finished, to see it through. I'm going to clarify the energy of the environment separately, since we kind of had those two separate energies in that category. So clarifying the emotional purity of the situation, we have someone who had to really go it alone. It's like, I feel like this is your energy that you're bringing to that you have flavored the environment with. It's like you don't even have to say it at this point because you've already made it clear, but that energy is still affecting the situation. It's like, I'll go it alone if I have to. This means so much to me. And then the other side of the situation is like, listen to reason. Don't get in your own way here. Don't get in your own way here. There's other people on the team who are going to come through for you. This isn't as much of an upheaval as you're making it out to be. And don't go into solitude. This is very much like, I will go it alone if I have to, come hell or high water. And this is No, we don't have to go through hell here. You don't have to be alone. Your ships are coming in. This isn't going to be as challenging as you think. Let's look at your near future. The Five of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Wands. So, whomever takes a humbler attitude here is going to be wielding the Ace of Wands. A newfound conviction, a newfound inspiration. Let's look at the Two of Needles as your advice. We have the Hierophant and the High Priestess in reverse. So, the decision, this Two of Swords represents a decision. The advice being, don't make the decision if you don't have to. Don't make it until you have all of the information. That's because what your instinct is to listen to the way things should be, your idea of what should be, what ought to be, what you're supposed to do, and let that overshadow your intuition. So, I feel like if you're needing to make a decision, the advice is be keenly aware of the balance between listening to your intuition and doing what you feel should be done out of obligation or established procedures or the rules. Excuse me. You know, this is like following the rule book or coming up with a new game plan, calling an audible. The reason why Spirit's saying take your time with this decision or put it off and don't be the one to make the decision if you don't have to is because of this imbalance. Consider going the other direction. Give more consideration to what your intuition is telling you. Meditate on it. Pray if that's part of your spiritual rituals. Get advice. Just take some time to really consider it and check in with your gut. If your gut is telling you one thing, but what seems like you must do, I don't even know if I'm speaking correctly here. If it seems like you should make a certain decision, but it feels the antithesis to what your gut is telling you, that's important. Don't make the decision that way. All right, tell me more about this Wheel of Fortune. This positivity that's going to come out of nowhere. The universe is going to hit you with an opportunity. You're not necessarily going to see it as an opportunity, though. You may not be too keen for the way it shows up. It is going to be something majorly fortunate for you. But the Four of Cups figure, universe is handing him the opportunity to level up emotionally here. And he's not interested. He wants to stay in the Three of Cups energy, which is more about keeping things easy, keeping things light, keeping things fun, not getting more serious about things emotionally. So in some respect, this new opportunity, it may not sound exactly like that example, but in some respect, it's not going to look like, at first glance, you're going to think, oh, no, I don't want that. So again, like, Spirit's kind of telling you, if your instinct is one thing, take a second look at it. I mean, I personally have had situations in my life where some amazing opportunity was suggested to me, but it meant letting go of something that was really important to me. And so my knee-jerk reaction was, I was angry. And I don't easily get angry, but I was like offended. But I took some time with it and I realized, oh wow, like I'd been really really committed to the way I wanted things to be. So when I heard this other option, it offended me because I was like, don't you see how important this thing is to me? So it took me a while. It took me a few days to like really absorb and consider the opportunity. And I decided to take that opportunity because like it just was like life-changing. It was really unique, a really unique opportunity, and something I never would have come up with on my own. So, like those of us who really like to be in control and do things our way, when someone suggests something that we never would have considered on our own, I mean, that can really sound like the opposite of what you want. So Spirit's saying, like, surprise, it's an amazing, amazing thing. It's like, this is your karma coming in. This is something the universe is like repaying you for a lifetime of like the positivity you've put out into the world. This is the package that it's going to be coming in. Let's take a look at your hopes and fears, this Hierophant energy. The Ace of Pentacles. I mean, you see the opportunity in it, but you don't like someone else having the say so about the opportunity. You don't like that the boss is holding the keys to the opportunity. All right. Clarifying this confusing ending, this Page of Swords in reverse, we have the Sun in reverse, which is more happy energy, but it's in the reverse, so it's still like, it's like the light at the end of the tunnel. It's like you finally see how things are going to play out in a positive manner. Okay, one off-the-wall suggestion here one way I can see this playing out is you could end up like going through your boss's emails, spying on them somehow, or maybe not as subterfuge as that. We want to keep things above board here. Definitely not advocating for anything against the rules. But this energy of the Page of Swords in reverse is a spy, is trying to get at information through unconventional methods. So, or it could be like asking colleagues behind their back, or do you know how they're going to decide, or can you give me some background information on them that can help sway their decision? And then through that, you find out that it's all good. You find out that, your suspicions are unfounded, but in order for you to get a straight answer, to get to the heart of the matter, you had to take an unconventional route because you weren't able to get the information that you wanted or needed by being direct. But the result of that is You realize that everyone's on the same page here, that everyone, everyone has positive motives. Everyone is acting supportive of one another. Everyone has each other's interests in mind, and you'll begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You'll see how it's going to work out, or you'll be more hopeful even if you can't see exactly how it's going to turn out. The clouds will be lifted, so to speak. Okay. Now we're going to close out your reading with some oracle cards. First up is the Affirmators deck. This is an affirmation to help you through these energies. What affirmation can we get to help our Capricorns? We have letting go. I don't dwell on bad things that happened. I let things go because I have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a great look. This feels like your focus right now. This feels like this energy. 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups in reverse. Like, I've got enough on my plate right now. I know when not to worry about things. I'm going to focus on what's important. It's a very practical attitude. Next, we're going to pull a Power of Surrender card. This is something that you can release in order to help you move forward. Surrender to your intuition. It says, tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Totally, that's your advice. Check in with your gut. Listen to your gut. Go with your intuition rather than just on the surface what the rules say or what your inner rules say. Don't be afraid to break from the norm. Next, we're going to pull you a Fear Nothing oracle card. How can Capricorn banish fear from this situation? We have rebalance and regroup. Go out on a limb. And get out of your own way. Cheeky little cards, aren't they? Okay, then we're going to pull you a Making Magic card to close out your reading. This is a Halloween magical incantation to help you through your situation. So your message is Spirit, heavenly assistance from your angels and guides. What could be better than this? Your spirit team stepping in, helping you from behind the scenes. Don't be afraid to ask for help from your spirit team. They could be just waiting for you to ask. This is the realm of free will here in this mortal existence. And you've got this pit crew just waiting, like, all right, we can't influence the situation unless they ask. Sometimes. Yeah. Okay. I like how this turned out for you guys. I'm not worried about you. I know you've got this. All right. I'm wishing you all the best. I will be back again with the next round of videos for the new moon, November 14th. So look for the videos to come out a day or two before then. I do have some time slots available for November and December. So if you're interested in a personal reading, if you'd like to get a more specific, asking some questions specifically about your situation, we can go into a lot more detail with a personal reading. You can see my contact information in the description box below on how to reach out to me. I also have some high vibe merchandise available. If you would like to check out my store, the link is also down below. I'd love to hear your feedback on that. And otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. I'm wishing you a safe and happy Halloween. Have fun out there. And I'll see you next time. Bye.